Aloha, Love Tribe. What's up? Who here considers yourself a badass? Me. I consider myself a badass. Who here has ever felt like you're not going to make it another day on our planet? Yeah, raising my hand over here. Me. So my children had a mommy who snapped. And, you know, I'm sharing a little story about my life with you guys and why I'm starting this Dance Our Dreams project. And I thought it would be relevant. So I remember hearing the Twilight Zone song, na, 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 as about 3 years ago, as I'm standing in this beautiful little reception area with fish and, the tropical tanks. It was so cool. And there was this beautiful receptionist checking me in to none other than the loony bin. Yep, the loony bin. And as the tar, shame dripped through every pore of my body, I couldn't help wondering in my frazzled little completely destroyed mind, how the fuck did somebody like me get here? Somebody who was a devoted and loving mother and wife, somebody who's an entrepreneur, a volunteer, a DJ, a charter boat captain, a healer. How the heck did somebody like me get here in the loony bin? And, it took a long time for me to figure that out. But, I knew that I was spiritually disfigured. I was depressed and I was on the verge of death. I was minutes away from death, literally. And the Amy Winehouse song kept going through my head. They try to make me go to rehab and I said, no, no, no. And, after 24 hours in stern observation and the humiliating check-in, I finally was wondering, I wonder if Betty from book club got cavity searched like I just did. Nurse Ratchet finally showed me to my dorm-style room, fully equipped with suicide-proof fixtures. Yeah. So, of course, I tried to rationalize and be positive that any self-respecting DJ should go to rehab at least once in her life. I mean, hopefully not more, but once is great, And as the snots and tears ran down the blouse of my new roommate's pretty pink blouse. It was pink. Now it was filled with my snots. I cried to her. I was like, I don't belong here with these people. I'm not one of these people. No. And she looked at me with an open heart and her yummy, kind doe eyes. And she's like, Valerie, you are so wounded. You are one of these people. And these people are just like you because you guys all have something going on in your hearts and in your minds and in your spirits that got overwhelmed and you didn't know how to handle it. And that's it. It's normal. It happens. It happens to the best of us. It happens to billionaires. It happens to mothers. It happens to children. It happens to teachers. It happens to movie directors. It happens to Muslim people. It happens to politically left people or politically right people. It doesn't matter if you like kissing boys or girls or both. It happens. Mental health crisis happens. And, I use this analogy of Rocky Balboa, right? Rocky Balboa is a badass, right? But if he's got Apollo Creed over him and he's just 1, 2, boom, and he fell down and then Apollo's just getting him while he's down. It's one thing to take punches while you're up. It's one thing to take punches while you're up. But if you are receiving punches while you are down again and again and again, you lose so much ability and momentum to get back up. And so for many of us badasses, we consider ourselves really tough and strong and able to handle all of the things that life brings us. And we're like, yeah, bring it, let's go. When there's too many things that happen in life's stressors, there's all these different levels of what are the most stressful events in life, right? And, the death of your partner, the death of a child, moving, a loved one, elderly person being sick, starting a new business, bankruptcy, a health issue. So all these things have different levels of intensity. And a lot of times we can handle them if it's one, maybe two, maybe three. But if there's 4 or 5 or 6 and they're just like getting you, you're fucked. Okay. And unless you're some super ninja Jedi person who's been training their whole life to just constantly get themselves knocked down again and again by something bigger and badder than you, it's, you're going to have trouble. And so that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. And I've always been the person who I thought people could come to for help and support. And, as a business person and a healer and a super mom, I got a cape, it was so humiliating and embarrassing to be going through all of these things and not being able to get myself back up. And I didn't ask for help. The shame and stigma around mental health and not asking for help was so fucking horrible. I remember my ex-husband at the time, he was like, well, maybe you should just go see a psychologist and get some antidepressants, and maybe you should just take some pills. And I was like, fuck that. I want to figure out what's going on with me. And in the meantime, I started drinking a lot of wine. And I was always like, I'm a DJ, I party, I have fun, I do my thing. But this was like out of control. And it was perfect, like, I'm going to go numb myself until I can't feel it anymore. And that obviously led to a lot of other problems. And I started having a whole sexual reawakening too at 46 and at 45 really. And that was really uncomfortable. And I felt like a teenager again, and all the shame that goes around with the things that you think are, you want, and you have these desires, but you're told by society, and you're told by your husband, or you're told by your dad, or whoever, as a woman for me, and I know for men, it's like, there's so much shame around desire. And I felt like, oh, fuck, like, is this like a phase? Am I going to get through this? Is this normal? Am I having my midlife crisis? And I really kept realizing, like, I put my dreams on the shelf to go be this perfect mom, perceived perfect mom. I put my sexuality on the shelf to be this perceived perfect wife, and it ended up, and I thought I was doing the right thing for so long. And I'm like, yay, everything's going great. But all of a sudden, it was like slowly deteriorating at my joy and my fulfillment, my happiness. And I felt like something is missing in my life. And as a DJ and as somebody who's performed on stages in front of thousands of people around the world, I know that my gift that Spirit gave me is bringing people together with music and with love and with motivation and with positivity. And I knew that I had put that dream on the shelf so that I could serve someone else's dream, my kids and my husband at the time. And that's okay. So I'm like, well, why can't I have it all? Why can't I do that and serve them and live my dream and go DJ and play music and perform, which is like being a part of a dance floor and being a guide and a shaman, a sonic sorceress for a dance floor. It's so healing and rewarding. And I know that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So, I obviously went through rehab. I got out. And so my kids had this mommy who snapped, but they have a mommy who snapped back even better than before. So what I'm doing with this new project called Dance Our Dreams, not Dance Your Dreams. There's a specific reason why I chose Dance Our Dreams and not Dance Your Dreams. It's because I believe that when we all come together, and so you'll keep learning about this project as we go forward. So there's the podcast, of course, that we talk about sustainable development goals and experiments and songs of the week and little micro hacks to like make our lives better and make the planet better. When we create space and come together with music and with intention, and we all meditate and pray and share gratitude, and we write our dreams down together, and then we each pick someone else's dream out of the dream bucket. So whether we're at a yoga studio, at a Google luncheon, conference event, at a festival, at a club, whatever, when we come together and we let go of ourselves and we put our faith in that someone else is going to dance for me. Someone's going to dance for my dream, and I'm going to dance like a fucking Tasmanian devil for someone else's dream, right? That dance floor is filled with selfless love and filled with hope for our planet. Because I know that's what we need right now. And I know the more that I show up in community and when I'm in a room with people and they leave that room because they danced for our dreams, not their own, and we share gratitude and we share what it's like, then all that juiciness, all that love, all that radiance, all that hope, all that compassion, all that power has the power to overcome the problems that we have in this world, which are greed and fear and separation. Okay. And when we have those greed and fear and separation and power struggles, that's what's causing all this discord on the planet. And so I know in my heart that I was here to help bring forward this part and several other missions too. But this mission, this Dance Our Dreams mission, is so powerful. And I know that when we're in the rooms together dancing, and I know that when you have someone else's dream in your hand, you're going to hold it so sacred. You're going to love it and you're going to dance your little heart out. Because what if that person's dream is like, I dream for my child to be leukemia free? Or what if the other person's dream is, I dream to actually, get a job that I can support my family with, or I dream to drink clean water. And so all of these things are related to the sustainable development goals in this big picture of our planet, which I consider the big dream of the planet. And so if we can align our dreams with the big dream of the planet and how can we serve this beautiful planet, game on. It is fucking game on, and we're going to rock this place. So I get a little emotional. It's just me. So with this particular podcast, I wanted to share what the intention is of, renaming it from the Big Dream School to Dance Our Dreams. And I wanted to let you know the things that are coming down the pipeline for all of us to share. So we're going to be doing Dance Our Dreams events. I'm going to be working on getting myself out there more as a DJ so that I can play and be with you and serve you on the dance floor. Because I know that that's what Spirit wants me to do with and my special gifts. And my special gift is to help you find your special gift. What is your special gift that you must do before you die? I don't want you to be like me and almost die with your dreams on the shelf. So Dancing Our Dreams is also that reminder. So every time we go, whether it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the local yoga studio, or once in a while we're at a festival and we get to do a Dance Our Dreams experience, it's reminding you that your dreams matter. You need to focus on them and then turn it over. Turn it over to Spirit and help somebody else live their dreams through your actions. That's magic. It's just magic. So with Dance Our Dreams and, the podcast and the events and the festivals and all the things we're going to get to do, of course, we're always talking about an SDG of the week, a sustainable development goal of the week. And for this one, I picked number 3, which is health and well-being. Of course, because I think about my mental health and how I forgot who I was and why I was here. I forgot my divine mission, and I was too embarrassed and ashamed to ask for help. And I didn't think I was worth it. And I didn't want to bother anybody and take up too much time. And so the experiment of the week that I chose for this episode is so simple. It's the simplest thing. And it's what I do at the end of a lot of the episodes and broadcasts is at least once a day, set your alarm. You can do it for 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m. and 1:11 a.m. and p.m. Whatever. Take your pick. Pick a number that works for you. I love 11:11. It's magic to me. There's all sorts of numerology on 11:11, but for some reason, it works for me. I love it. Set your alarm on your phone. All these phones have the ability to set an alarm, and you can code it like, this is your reminder to breathe. And your breathing is an intentional breath. You're going to inhale, and you're going to inhale self-love and worship of self. And you're going to exhale peace out to our planet, our whole planet. When you love yourself, you're able to provide peace for our planet. And when you show up with peace and compassion and love for yourself, the planet that you care so deeply about receives it as well. And the people and your loved ones and your children and your community, your pets. Okay? And so the act of taking a moment to honor and worship yourself as a creation of the divine, whatever you call the divine. Some people use the word God, some people use the word creator, source, one, spirit, anything, whatever it is that you consider yourself, that divinity that you are. Inhale and remember, you are a child of this universe and you are a child of love. Okay? And so inhale that love and soak it in and know that you're worth it and we need you here on this planet. Okay? And no matter how overwhelming things get, and no matter how scattered they could be, and however many 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 punches down you get, you have the opportunity to ask for help. And so my mission with Dance Our Dreams, this global dance project for sustainable peace, it's to, in addition to just let's have some fun and change the world, give yourself the permission that if you need help, ask a friend. There are hotlines all over the place, which I'll put in this episode, that you can say, I don't have it together right now. And so my mandate is to get help if you need it. Okay? And to me, the blessing of being able to do this podcast and being able to share wisdom through the airwaves with you guys, right? It's like we can all use our voices. We can all use our gifts, our talents, our special skills, our passions, to make the world a little bit better in our corners. Okay? So whether you are an artist, whether you're a business person, whether you're a doctor or a healer, whether you're a builder, whether you're somebody who's a service-oriented person who makes food for others, whether you're somebody who organizes people's schedules to make sure they're on time, whether you're the administrative person, like own that, like that's your superpower and know that you can do so much good with it. Okay? So that's this episode. This is a little personal, and I know I got a little, a little teary-eyed with that, but I just want you guys to know, like, remember. And so, okay, so the song of the week, of course, we have a song of the week, and it's by one of my favorite artists who is actually born on my birthday. I love you so much, sister. I love you, what you're doing. And her name is Lady Gaga, and the song is called Born This Way. And the foundation, the nonprofit that I support this week is called Born This Way Foundation. And Lady Gaga and her mom are the co-founders and the the directors of this foundation, and they're crushing it. And their job is to help young people get healthier with mental health. And there's a statistic, and I want to read it correctly. Hold on. So yeah, Lady Gaga and Cynthia Germanata, are the directors, and they lead this beautiful, beautiful foundation. And they seek to support the mental and emotional wellness of young people by putting their needs, ideas, and voices first. So suicide has now become the second leading cause of death between young adults, the ages of 15 and 29 years old globally. Suicide. The world that we live in right now is awesome. It's fucking awesome, right? And it's scary and it's overwhelming, and a lot of it is bullshit. And with social media, it's kicking our asses because we are being fed this illusion of what it's like to have your life together. And oh, look at my pretty coffee, and oh, look at my house and my decor, and I have my hairs curled today, and I have lipstick on, and this is how it looks all the time. No, it doesn't. Okay, there's fucking boogers and snots, and I have throw up on my shirt when my kid's barfing on me. There's like a pile that's this big of laundry, and this big over here of bills to pay. And I'm fucking not feeling connected to anybody, even though I think I'm connected because I have 62,000 friends on Facebook, which obviously I don't. But, we have this illusion of connection, and it's very, very dangerous for us to think that that's what reality is. And our young people especially are being brought up in this digital world that, for me as a almost 50-year-old woman, I wasn't brought up in this world. And so it's our job to help ourselves, of course, remember who we are and why we're here, and that we're worth love and we're worth help, and to help our young people. Okay. And so today is 11/4, and we just launched a podcast. And I know when you guys hear this, it's going to be 11/11. But a dear friend of mine, Eros, and he has a new platform called Nectar. And the idea is to not have social media that's influenced by advertising. And that's huge. So I like to call him like the PBS of social media. And so check out Nectar and check out the episode that he's on. It's such a good episode, and it could hopefully help, create some new paradigms for how we interact with each other. And I think that's it, guys. Yeah, I just want to remember all of us that when we do one simple thing, and that's the DNA and the ethos of Dance Our Dreams, is helping people just do one simple thing a day, one simple experiment. This breathe in love to yourself and feel yourself saturating the love and the worth and the yumminess that you are, the divine, beautiful creature that you are. And exhale in peace out to the planet. If you do that once a day, you're going to remember to do it at the parking lot, in the grocery store, when you're about to put your kids to bed, right when you're waking up. All these other times, if you infuse that in your operating system, you are going to crush this little planet of ours with your love, and you're going to be supported. So do this one simple thing for me, okay? All right, so we're going to do it right now. All right, everybody, inhale, love, love, love to yourself. And exhale, peace out to our planet. Happy 11/11. Thank you for supporting my dream on this journey, and I hope to be in service of yours. Aloha.